What's happening, guys? It's B-RAD, and yes, as you probably guessed already, I am having to overdub some voices for this episode. For some reason, OBS decided to change my settings, and my microphone, despite being unmuted, didn't have the right setting for the microphone I have. So long and short of it, there is no audio from me in this episode. Now, hopefully it won't distract away from what we're doing. Basically, we are building a team around the Tots Moments objective Ansu Fati using the 84 plus times 25 pack from Tots Swaps along with the La Liga Essentials Pack. So what we're going to do first, open the La Liga Essentials Pack, see if we can get ourselves a Tots, but we need that last Tots Swap token to complete the SBC to then go and submit those tokens and get the 84 plus times 25 pack. So we'll show you those packs now, and then basically I'm going to take 10 players and upgrade them to make a team, and we will play some Foot Champs qualifications, do a review on Ansu Fati, and hopefully come away with the dub. So here we are with the La Liga Essentials Pack, 500 FIFA points. No one is spending 100,000 coins on this, and we're opening up hoping for a Tots, and we just get a walkout, and it is actually Sergio Busquets, so not a bad one. He has a decent upgraded card in Foot Captains, so he is a potential to be able to be used. As we go into the pack, we can see we've got Jimenez, also has a nice upgraded Foot Fantasy card, Lamar, DePaul, Guedes, Renan Lodi and Marcelo, who both also have decent upgradable cards. Now we also have the Tots loan pick in here, which we are going to see if we get someone we want to use. Now, as we open the pick, obviously Munain is on the left-hand side. We're not going to use him. De Thomas is a little bit lackluster in Team of the Season, and I've seen a lot of people pack him. But we are going to take Courtois and also potentially use him as our goalie. So here we are now adding the final token into the SBC for the 84 plus times 25 pack. And it is there ready to go. Now, unfortunately, at this point, we cannot actually access it on the pack store. So I went off, opened it on the companion app, and then came back to do a reveal to see how good the first page of players is. So on the reveal, we have the image of my socials. Feel free to check me out on all of those there. And we start to peel away to see how good the first page of the pack is. And as you can see, the first one, as we peel it away, is actually a walkout. So we know straight away this first page is full of walkouts. We have an 86 Fabinho to start off with. We then get an 86 Gerard Moreno. Hoping to take up to 87s, but unfortunately we still stay at 86 with Riyad Mahrez. Then Parejo. And then Thiago. As we peel across, we then do take a step up to the 87 rated cards in Robertson, and we've only opened 6 at this point. So already at an 87 with 6 more players to go. It's not bad. We're hoping we've got some decent Tots here and some decent walkouts. We do then see another 87 in Verratti and another 87 in Thomas Muller. Obviously, a lot of these have decent upgraded cards, but we also get another 87 with Di Maria. So we know there are 3 cards left to go, and at this point, we're still on gold rares. As we peel the next one away, it's another gold rare. It is Toni Kroos, and following that, we're hoping to get a Tots, but unfortunately, it's another gold card. This time, it is the meme himself, Harry Kane. Now, it leaves us with 1 player at the end, and obviously there's not a lot of people that are higher rated than Harry Kane, so it would be a decent one, but we can see it's a Tots. So then, we're going to go for the slow reveal up, see what the stats are to find out who it is, and it's got goalkeeper stats. So straight away, we know it's bad. It's not Courtois, the stats aren't good enough. We have Stojkovic from the Saudi Tots League. So not the best pack, good for fodder, but it is good for some upgrades. So what we do is go away, build a team, and we'll be back to show you the full completed team. So here we are with the full completed team, and yes, I know what you're thinking. You have a gold rare in your squad. Yes, we do have Fabinho in there, just to give us some chemistry links around. And the other thing you might be thinking is, how come you have Rio Ferdinand at right centre back? You did not pack an icon in this video. We didn't, but arguably we packed a future icon, and very similar to Rio Ferdinand, the English Man United legend himself, Harry Maguire. So that is why he is in there as a like for like replacement. So this is the team that we're going into. We've got some decent upgrades. Aubameyang, Riyad Mahrez as flashback, Memphis Depay is one to watch, Sergio Busquets as foot captains, and the foot fantasy Jimenez with Renan Lodi's UCL card and Robertson's UCL card as well. Not to mention that Tots loan Courtois at goalkeeper. So let's get into our first game and let's see if we can get a win. And we'll give a little bit of a review and breakdown of Ansu Fati's card. So at this point, 29 minutes into the game, we have had a few decent chances, but nothing converted. And Ansu Fati is making some difficult runs from left forward. He seems to get himself into trouble, but it comes to the edge for Sergio Busquets' foot captain's card, and he drills it into the far right-hand side. He was an unexpected goal scorer in this episode. It wasn't where we expected to get our goals from, but we do go 1-0 up very quickly, just as we then start. Ansu Fati chips the ball over and Aubameyang smashes it into the far side of the goal, making it 2-0. Now Ansu Fati's passing, dribbling, agility, all very good, and his pace obviously is incredible. But he does make some very, very difficult runs. He doesn't get in behind. He runs at the defenders and doesn't seem to get into the right space sometimes. But we do explore this a little bit more and try and see if we can move him around and change his custom tactics to get better use of him. So at half-time in this game, what we've decided to do is bring him in a little bit more and actually play the 4-3-2-1. So he's playing right alongside the strikers rather than out on the wings, because his runs outside on the wings weren't good enough. They were very much either directing away from the defenders or running into the cluster of defenders, and we want him to get in behind the defenders and make those difficult runs for defenders to try and defend. So we've moved it into the 4-3-2-1 to see if he's any better in this formation. Now, almost instantly in the second half, he makes a great run through the channels. We turn the defender and he smashes it into the far left hand side of the goal to get us onto the score sheet. So at this point, he is now 1 goal, 1 assist, which isn't bad from the left wing / left forward spot. We then get a chance a little while later in the game. We win possession in defence into midfield, and once again Ansu Fati makes quite a nice run behind the defenders and dinks a lovely little chip over the goalkeeper, getting his second goal. So he's 2 goals and 1 assist, and that time a lot better run forward than when he was playing at left wing. The last goal in this to win 5-0 comes from a goalkeeping error, which we take advantage of. So we do win that game 5-0. Ansu Fati gets 2 goals and 1 assist and plays a lot better at left forward. However, we want to see what his finishing is like. So for the second game, we switch in game to the 4-3-1-2 to see what he is like if you were to play him as a striker. So this game ends up a little bit scrappy, and Ansu Fati has a good shot there, which is saved by Courtois. We've gone 1-0 down. It's not really deserved. And at this point, we're basically just looking to get ourselves an equaliser. Ansu Fati chips a ball in. It comes out to Memphis Depay, who does put it in the back of the net. But going into half-time at 1-1 is a little bit flattering for our opponent, as we have actually dominated most of this game. So once again in this, his runs have been a little bit questionable. That one is not too bad. It's out wide, and we cut inside very nicely to smash the ball into the far left-hand side of the goal. However, this is probably chance number 5 or 6 for Ansu Fati, and he definitely should have put some of these away beforehand. So his finishing leaves a lot to be desired, even though it is 93 shooting on his card. So I would maybe look to boost his shooting, maybe also boost his passing, to see if you could just make him that little bit sharper and that little bit more clinical. Now we do end up losing this game 3-2, and like I say, it is very, very complimentary of our opponent, because it definitely doesn't play out that way. We will go and show you the stats where 4.3 expected goals for me, 2.3 for my opponent. I have a lot more shots and more possession as well, but unfortunately we couldn't convert our chances, and in that sense Ansu Fati isn't the best card. We did try to then give a little bit of review on some of the other players. So Busquets, 330k he was at the time, was probably a little bit expensive for the card that he is. The one massive surprise for me was Jimenez's fantasy foot card at centre back. Now I know he's only 44k, but being 91 rated with that pace, I expected him to be a lot better than he was, and actually he still feels quite sluggish and slow and a bit behind the curve. So if you are looking to link up your Ansu Fati or hyperlink up your Ansu Fati and you haven't got icons in your club, I'd maybe look to see if you could afford any versions of Pedri or maybe even Ferran Torres's Future Stars cards if you can't afford the Tots version of Pedri, and maybe consider giving those guys a go, because Busquets is a little bit overpriced for how good the card is. Now obviously this hasn't been ideal, we have lost audio on this one, but I wanted to get this video out for you because obviously you want to see what Ansu Fati is like, and also who doesn't want to see an 84x25 pack as well, even though ours only had a Saudi League goalkeeper, but there is plenty of fodder, so you know what that means for me. I'm very likely to do an icon pack. So stay tuned to that. That may well be something we do next week. We are currently pack saving for the Liga Tots, so we are hoping to get ourselves an Mbappe or Neymar. So there'll be a pack opening video around that in the not so distant future. Thank you ever so much for tuning into this video, and if you have stuck around to the end here, I do appreciate that. Please smash a thumbs up and drop a subscription. And as always, I've been B-RAD. Thank you for tuning in.